down at St Andrews. We are all supporters of our team. We chanted Super Blues, ringing all around. Now all you blue boys know what we mean. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Let's hear you in the cup, singing our song, helping and sharing the load. It's worth the point at home when we sing together. We're there at the end of the road. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We have the team that's tops here at St Andrews. They're gonna give us what we're longing for. It's Birmingham forever. Let's hear it from the stand. So come on, City, sing this song once more. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say?
Bringing you the news, reviews, laughs, and anything that you can think of throughout the next 90 minutes. We are joined tonight by an absolutely wonderful person. Somebody else has got their radio on in here. Oh, God, you only got one job. Seriously. We are sponsored, of course, by Boyle Sports, the principal sponsor of Birmingham City Football Club, in conjunction with SAS Autos, and, of course, our good friends at Bordesley Labour Club and the Garrison Coffee Company. Thank you very much. I've got it right for the third week running. Welcome, Mark Adams, a.k.a. Mr. Robe.
Hello, everybody. Okay.
Welcome.
Boy.
Kiss, a.k.a. Mr. Sheen. It's going to be right.
Evening all.
And Mrs. Brown.
Who are you? Oh, that was me.
We have an absolute superstar, friend of the show, a lovely guy at the moment. Depends what the next door not brings. Good old Richard Haylor, all the way from Miami.
That just ruined Chris's ears.
Right, we start the show tonight. Obviously, we try and get all the sad and horrible news out of the way at the beginning of the show. And it's been a bit of a difficult week this week for the club. As reported by Birmingham City or BCFC.com, we are devastated to learn the passing of one of our own, Dean Prentice, aged just 28, an incredible coach, dad, friend and person. Our thoughts with Dean and his family this evening. Awful news. And I saw this one a little bit earlier from Jamie Warman. Can I also get a keep right on for my dad, who sadly passed away yesterday, aged just 54.
Again,
54.
No age.
Wow. And you know what? This COVID is killing so many people, and we really have to understand that it's serious out there. Yeah, it is serious out there. We're in tier 3 up here. Birmingham's in tier 3. We still can't go, excuse me, to the football. But that's not important when people are dying. People are dying from this evil, horrible disease. And I know that Dean died of cancer, which is, again, another evil, horrible disease. We can do everything possible. We must do everything possible to look after ourselves, okay? Ourselves, yourself, myself, your families. We work in the pubs, as you all know. I'm not happy about this 5-day lenient period where you can go and mingle and mix, because I think it's just, for me, don't know, crazy idea, but hey-ho, who am I? Yeah. Okay, so it's been back to the Children's Hospital in early hours as Bobby became unwell again. Having spoken with a neurologist, they have decided to take Bobby to theatre within the next 24 hours to operate on a suspected malfunctioning shunt. He's still smiling, though. That little lad is an absolute inspiration, an inspiration to each and every single one of us. every one of us. And the last one that I'm going to bring you is from one of our own, Firebridge. Sorry for the long status. No, I did ask Fire if I could read this out, so please bear with me. It'll take a couple of minutes. Respect to all the people who donate to different charities, foods and toys, because it puts a smile on so many faces and really helps struggling families, so they appreciate it so much. Don't normally put my personal business on Facebook, but I'm disgusted with our system. As some of you know, my daughter has been stuck in a hotel for nearly a year now with a disabled and sick child. They were in a hotel in January, then moved to a hostel in February. The first night, Willow was struggling to breathe and an ambulance was called, all because the room stunk of wee and mould. And mould got into her chest. She has a chronic lung disease. It was horrendous because they kept complaining about the state of the room. They were thrown out onto the streets with no care in the world. It took me 8 hours to find them. The council had no empathy at all. This hotel they put them in is full of prostitutes and druggies. They stayed one night just to have a roof over their heads, and I contacted the local MP who got them moved, and they are still there. Willow's dad just lost his job because he was at the hospital with Willow. Such a disgrace. They've been turned down for disability benefits for Willow, which they are appealing for. All evidence was given from the hospital with what she's been diagnosed, yet there are some people who claim it does, who don't need it. There are some people who claim who don't need it. Awfully sad, this one. My daughter's mental health is suffering really bad. She won't go anywhere as her anxiety kicks in, as a panic attack really bad. She doesn't feel safe. My daughter had a phone call from a charity the other day and asked if they could pop in to see them. They gave Christmas presents for Willow, lovely, and they were so grateful. I'd like to thank anyone who donated these charities from the bottom of my heart, and thank you. Hopefully 2021 will be their year and they get somewhere where they can call home. I'd appreciate if anybody can help in the new year and set a GoFundMe page up, please. I would be so grateful, as they need furniture and things. Willow needs things for her needs. Don't want to say my daughter and her family are struggling anymore. It's just heartbreaking. I'm doing all I can. They deserve better with what they've been through. Wow. Wow. That hits home, guys. You know, we've got one of our own, Birmingham City supporter out there. Family is struggling. I'm sure there are people listening tonight whose shackles have just gone up on their arms like mine have. And I'm sure, I know we've got a lot going on at the moment, guys, but I'm sure in the new year we can possibly put something together for this lady and her family. Okay, on with the show. Christian Speakman leaves. Paul, your thoughts?
Yeah, well, he's been at the club for, 14 years? So it's a long time. It might be good time for a change, maybe moving forwards in that position, possibly. Only time will tell how it sort of leaves Blues and what the future's going to hold. Obviously, good luck to him in his role at Sunderland moving forwards. And he's obviously moved up the ladder, hasn't he, there from where he was here. So it's obviously progression for him in his career. And he's going to be working with a good coach there in Lee Johnson as well, isn't he, that they've recruited. So, all the best to him. But, yeah, hopefully moving forwards now, a change in that position maybe might work for the better for the club. I'm not saying I think it will. I'm just saying hopefully it does, because that's all you can hope for, isn't it?
You can. And, of course, that very famous win at the weekend as well. Sat and watched it here at home with a beer or three. We hung and clung on till the end. You know what? But we did that job. That second half is what I want from my football club. Week in, week out, nothing less. Maybe even more, but nothing less than that performance on that second half will do for me.
Yeah,
Mark.
I think...
I must admit I was actually working Saturday, so I didn't get to see the game. So I was relying on updates and so on. I was so chuffed with that. But there again, that's the Championship for you. You know, I mean, but after the result the other night, people were saying, "Oh, here we go, 3-4, 5-0." It doesn't work like that. Not in this league. Anyone can beat anyone, and you say it to you blue in the face. Every game is, it's unique. And we won there last season as well, so why couldn't we, do it again? So really happy with that.
Yeah, I think.
Your thoughts, Richard? Richard, your thoughts?
Oh, sorry. I was like everyone else. I was absolutely over the moon to see the solidarity and the effort and moving through the thirds, getting it out wide, whipping the crosses in and creating chances again. Yeah, which is what had been lacking. But and I was really not. It was really nice to see the new Croatian guy. Yeah, and I know he was only on for a few minutes, but he's got the vision. You could see he looks up. He's spraying a diagonal pass across to Bella there. Beautiful pass, and he had a go at goal. So I think hopefully now we're linking up. There was that gap, wasn't there? getting it through midfield, it just wasn't happening. And the guys up front were stranded, and it was, frustrating, But all that went away. It was great. I really loved it.
Yeah, I think 4 at the back is definitely the way forward, depending on obviously who the opponent is. But it just frees up that extra man in midfield for us to, like you say, create more chances and hurt the opposition more, because we've got players to hurt the opposition. I mean, Sanchez was excellent on Saturday. He was brilliant. Yeah. Him and Beeler, I thought him and Beeler played really well on the flanks. I thought Hogan as well worked really hard and done well. And the goal we scored, that's not an easy header, Harley Dean's header, the way he got the power on that.
Great header, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant header. And I thought we deserved the 3 points, And
but what we've also got to think, Paul, Aitor Karanka at the beginning of his tenure here said it's a 2 and 3 year plan. Please, people, stop your whinging, stop your moaning, stop your crank or out business, right?
Yeah.
We have to understand this is a process we are going to go through, right? If we want to improve, and that I saw Saturday afternoon, second half on Saturday afternoon was an improvement what I've seen over the last 20 games, okay? Right? Yeah. I don't know what they had to drink half time, but my God, they come out firing on all cylinders.
What about Dutch Mike pushing through and getting things moving? As soon as they start, putting some effort in and just going for it instead of almost looking not too sure, I don't want to make a mistake type thing. Have a go
for it.
Yeah.
Have a go. Get it. Started split in the middle.
Put every bit of acting into that, mate. Go on, put every bit of acting into it. Go on.
I mean, I don't know if anybody saw Tottenham and Arsenal yesterday, but when you watch them, there's definitely Mourinho-esque in Karanka, isn't there? When you watch his team style of play, the way we play, and on the counter attack.
Yeah.
But yesterday the shackles were off a bit more, weren't they? We created more chances, and ultimately we got the goal. But I don't think our goal. I think Everidge obviously makes a good save in the first half, point blank, and then Maxime Coding clears that one off the line. But other than that, Everidge didn't have much else to do, really, did it?
It was everything half that I wanted, Paul. I was, well, I can't jump up and down because of my bad back, but I was like, hey, go on, get in.
Yeah.
And, even the cat runs off when the football's on.
Oh, yeah, I scared my 10-year-old to death and all when we scored. Yeah, she had her back to me, you see. She was sat at the dining table. And I've jumped up when Dean scored, and, she was...
terrified.
Yeah, she was terrified, She thought there was a war on or something again,
Yeah.
But a great win, a great second half performance. Look, we ain't gonna rip this league apart yet, right? Okay, so please, people, have patience and stop the whinging. We ain't from across the road, right? The A38 is a perfect, beautiful line down the centre of Birmingham. We are not from the right-hand side of there. We're from the left, and we'll stay that side, and we'll get behind, and we will support our gaffer and our team all the way. Yeah. Can I have a keep right on from everybody for Gaynor Robinson, whose mum is currently in the Heartlands Hospital, please? Keep right on. Gaynor, I hope she gets well soon, my friend. Bless you.
Yeah, definitely.
I think. What about Neil Etheridge? What sort of an addition has he been to the team?
Oh, he's played the season already. He is.
Yeah, I think the thing is with people's frustrations is I think the expectations were so high at the start, and people are forgetting he had such a short pre-season. He's still learning now, and we've got a manager now who's got a great reputation, a great CV. Obviously, he's got promotions on there. He's managed at a high level. He's played at the highest, in the Champions League. He's won the Champions League as a player. Yeah. So people's expectations obviously were for him to come in and just take us straight to the top, and it doesn't work like that, does it?
Paul, if it took 10 weeks to shore our defence up like he has done, I'm happy, right? Yeah. You know what? You can see the midfield and the forwards. Okay, we do need a little bit more accuracy and a little bit more power up there. We hit the post again, didn't we, on the weekend? But I can see it is starting to shape. It's coming. Just have patience, people, please.
Yeah. That'll be on his agenda next now, I'm sure. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the next transfer window next month now.
Well, that's it. I mean, what's that, a month away? Just over a month away or so?
I don't think he's got loads of money to spend, but we'll see.
Well, already. Look what he's bought in already.
I know, yeah. What's he spent? 3 million? Something like that?
God, blimey.
Maybe peanuts, really.
Yeah, superb, man. Superb. Anyway, Linda wants to know, Richard all the way down there in Miami, do you have a bucket under your desk?
Do I have a bucket?
Yeah.
A bucket?
A bucket. You know, a pail, a bucket. Do they call it a pail in America?
I've got that.
That'll do.
Ah, that was...
just like Chris is.
That's all right. The real reason is
Indeed.
Brown's notoriously got a bucket under his desk because if he needs to go to the loo, he can't leave his workstation. So that one that you got there, you could spray left or right with that one, mate.
Yeah, it gives a lot of latitude in this one. But I'm not so sure how waterproof it is.
Oh, dear me. All right, okay. Rob Knight, Speakman gone. 1 game, 1 win, 100% up the Blues. Come on. Wednesday night now is Reading next. We won't do the predictions just yet. We'll do those a little bit later. Richard's got a 1 to 11 for us. That's coming up a little bit after the half an hour mark. And Craig Courtney, Mark Andrew Adams, you look like a 70s porn star.
Hey!
And Linda's written, you look like a prawn star. It's all going on tonight. Pete Taylor
early.
play to his strengths, win the ball back and give it to someone within 10 yards as quick as he can. Yeah, I agree with that one, man. Yeah. Linda reckons Reading have a 2,000 crowd. Might actually GA guys over. They won't be shouting for us, though, will they? Because no away supporters allowed in.
No.
What I'm hoping for now Wednesday night rather, is no changes to the team. Stick to the same 11.
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's what I would personally do. But whether he will or not, I don't know. But
yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Anyone disagree with that?
No, I agree.
Would you all keep the same team?
Consistency is the key at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So Richard, take us to the start, Richard, of your love with Blues and how it all began, and can you remember what your first game was?
You know, I've been trying. I cannot remember exactly which game. I went down with my dad. Stood on the Tilton, and just behind the goal there, brilliant. But I always do remember. I do remember the atmosphere as I walked in, being a little nipper, and you're looking at it, it's packed, and there's the beautiful green pitch there, and you see your stars, your heroes for the first time.
Yeah.
Just in you'd see them on TV, you'd seen them in the papers, but to see them there, oh wow, look, it was just, and then the singing, and when the singing starts, and it gets, it gets you right there. If it doesn't, then you're a dead person. You know what I mean? Just really, that was the overall impression. But I do remember that I worked out it must have been around 67, 68.
Yeah.
Because I remember, I do remember the names of the players that were there at the time. And Jimmy Eric was in goal. God bless Jimmy. And there was Ray Martin, Gary Pendry, Malcolm Page, Trevor Rocky, who we used to see in the Bell in Marston Green. Used to drink in there. Trevor Rocky, Johnny Vincent, Phil Summerhill, Fred Pickering, Stan Collis was the manager. So that was my first impressions, and then obviously the best team being the Freddie Goodwin era, which I was lucky enough to watch.
Superb, yeah.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's you were quite right. I remember the first time I walked in there, and you just get that feeling, don't you? And seeing that as well, seeing my daughter doing that as well, not so long ago, for the first time. It just puts a lump in the back of your throat, doesn't it? It's mad.
It gets you right there, and it's like Nick was saying earlier. You feel the tingle, and it's
love it.
Yeah.
It's just
it's going to be like that. It's going to be like that as well when we go again after all these slots.
I'm sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'd like to see, Paul?
Yeah.
When they allow all fans back in, no restrictions, right? For that very first game, everybody kick off at 3:00 on a Saturday afternoon. Every single game kicks off at 3:00 on a Saturday afternoon, and we all sing "Abide with Me."
But
we all sing "Abide with Me." Everybody that we've lost during this awful period. And
that's a great show. That is. I like that.
See the goosebumps.
I love that. I love that idea. Yeah.
Every single body in every football ground, bang on 3:00, "Abide with Me" is the traditional FA Cup football song, as we all know. But wow. And can you imagine the "Keep Right On" coming out after that one?
Oh man.
We would take the roof off that place, simply. Take the roof off it.
Can I just...
I've got goosebumps on my legs now as well.
Go on, Richard.
No, when you mentioned "Abide with Me," and as I'll probably tell you later, I worked as a photographer for many years, and I'll never forget. I was working at the time. I've worked in all fields of photography, but for a few years, I worked in forensics for the West Midlands Police, and I got called to do the inquiry on the Hillsborough job, and I was called to Anfield because the next day they were moving all the tributes, and the Salvation Army were there. Half of the whole of Anfield and all the way up into the Cop was just full of flowers and tributes.
Flowers, yeah, remember it, yeah.
And they played Abide With Me, and and I just forget it, you know. Yeah. And that was a fantastic call by Nick there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
brilliant.
But every single footballer, no matter what team, no matter what your allegiance, all singing that bang on 3 o'clock at the top of your voices. Tears will run your cheeks, mate. Don't worry. Mine will be first. Oh, bless you, Linda. Says it'd be too emotional for me. That they just played that at her mum's funeral last Friday. Oh, Linda. We love you, Auntie Linda.
Love you, Lynn.
You know, every single body joining together as one football family.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That'd be fantastic. Yeah. Brilliant.
So what do we think? What do we think? Have we been watching games on TV with 2,000 fans there? What do we think?
Well, it's an improvement. I think any fans back in the ground's an improvement, and it really has affected it, though, hasn't it? Well, it's great to see the game back, but it's just not the same. It's not, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, those games before the Bristol game, you can imagine if St Andrews had been packed out and they'd have been on their backs, they'd have been, you know.
Yeah.
They get that lift, you know, that they seem to be lacking.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Did you see me talking about the fans coming back? Did you see Charlton? Some of them walking out. I think Lee Bowie was going mental. He's like, well, you know, you've waited months and you're walking out 20 minutes before the end.
Oh God, I can't have that. Craig Courtney also, let's have a wall of fame for the key workers. They are the true heroes. Absolutely, Craig. And Craig also said, now that's giving me goosebumps just thinking about it. Keep right on, loud and proud. Not just for those that we've lost, but also for all amazing key workers too. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Craig. Thanks for that comment there. Nice one.
Yeah, going back to no fans there, Richard. The best analogy I came up with, not that I watch it, but I could imagine like it's been like watching Strictly Come Dancing without the music.
Yeah. Yeah.
Paul.
Yeah.
Do you watch Strictly Come Dancing?
I walk past when my wife and daughter are watching it. I might accidentally walk in the room.
Paul. Do you watch Strictly Come Dancing?
No, I don't watch it. Yeah, she's 2 floors below me though, so I'm safe.
You sweating, Paul?
I reckon.
No, I don't watch it, honestly.
I'm going to watch it next Sunday and turn the volume down.
I tell you what, I thought I was watching it yesterday when I watched Wolves versus Liverpool.
Yeah.
Paul, you'll know this. Any news on the awful injury to that Wolves lad last week?
Yeah, apparently I heard him say on commentary last night that he's home and he's comfortable and stable, which is great news. He now just needs time to just relax, really, and get himself right. You know, it's going to take him a long time, isn't it, to get over that?
Phew, it's an awful one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was terrible. Yeah, well, David Luiz is out now as well, isn't he? So I think it's affected him. How he was allowed to carry on playing after that, I've got no idea.
No, nor me.
But yeah, all the best to both of them. Hopefully they can get back playing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Richard,
Yes,
right. And we'll come off the football for a minute. How did you manage to go from working the forensics at Anfield to then being an actor, and then moving down to Miami?
Yeah, it's quite a long story, really. I'll try and cut it as short as possible.
You'll have to. We've only got an hour.
Yeah, I'm going to say I'm not going to bore everybody to death. But no, as I was saying, I started off when I was a kid I was interested in I studied theatre arts and music and played in bands like a lot of my mates did, but I was also into photography and film work and whatever, and I was making 8mm movies and like student movies with my mates at school. And Dave Soman, another one of those circles, Dave Soman, who I'm now working on a pitching a TV series with, still in touch. So I ended up studying photography instead of going to drama school, and it wasn't until I'd worked in photography for many years and got out of the photographic business. When I was in forensics, excuse me, I was trying to settle down in Birmingham again, but that never really worked out. And me and another mate ran away to sea, and we were running photographic concessions on cruise ships, and working all over, Caribbean, Mediterranean, Middle East, and all that. So then I was spending more time in the bar than I was in the dark room. So I opened a bar in Greece. I'm getting to the point. We sold the bar in Greece because that was going down the pan. Oh, see right in there? Greece going down the pan. No, we sold that, went to Tenerife, at a bar in Tenerife, sold that, and I came to America on holiday and met my girlfriend I'm still with now after 21 years. I'd only done 7 for murder. And
she's listening.
I'd have been out in the other room. And so we opened a nightclub in Miami, and they used the club when they were shooting Transporter 2, the movie Transporter 2.
Oh yeah.
And got to chatting with the cast and crew and the casting director, and told him how much I enjoyed it. And he goes, "Well, why don't you get back into it?" I said, "I'm too old now. I was in my 30s." He goes, "Don't be stupid." So when I got rid of the club, then I started formal training. New York with Anthony Bova, and worked with Burt Reynolds at his theatre, and I was doing non-union work, extra work, and doing workshops.
Oh, you did Bojack ones, walking around.
Yeah. Yeah. Working on that one. And then I got my Screen Actors Guild card, and then it's gradually built from there, So yeah, it's great. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah. And who's the best actor you've ever worked with?
The best actor or the best personality? I've been trying to think.
How about both?
Both.
One of the best actors, I think, was a guy called Michael O'Hagan, who was also a coach of mine, and we did. I was very fortunate to work with him and a director by the name of Patrick Drumgoole, internationally renowned director, and we did Harold Pinter's The Dumb Waiter, which is just a two-hander, just the two of us on stage for the whole of the play. And to work with guys like that at an iconic theatre, the Jackie Gleason Theatre in the Fillmore in Miami, I walked out of that after that run, and I thought, now I can hang out with the blokes who know what they're doing, So that, from a personal point of view, Mike was fantastic.
Yeah.
Other personalities, lovely people. I haven't really had a bad one, to be honest.
No.
I know everybody goes, oh, everybody's lovely, everybody's like, but Paul, you're in sales. You know what it's like when you've got a team. You have to work together. There's no room for, I can't swear, but there's no room for bad people or bad attitudes.
No. Yeah, you've all got to be on the same hymn sheet, haven't you? On the same page.
Exactly.
But you've also got an incredible story about when you first started, about your first camera.
Oh, yeah. When I bought my first gear. And then, again, another one of these cyclical things in life. I was a student, a photographic student, and I went to buy my first kit. And it was from a place called Camera House in Birmingham, which I think most people will remember. It's one of the main suppliers of camera equipment and movie equipment back in the day. And I bought all my gear. In fact, I still have the aluminium case that I used for my gear. That's like nearly 50 years old, this thing, right? Still solid as a rock.
Yeah.
And who did I buy it from? None other than Birmingham City Football Club official photographer, Mr. Roy Smilinich.
Oh,
wow.
And isn't that weird? that 40 odd years later, I meet him down the Blues in the Legends Lounge.
Yeah.
And we get chatting. And this comes, I go, Camera House. That's where I bought my first. He goes, I sold it to you. Well, I mean, he didn't know. Well, a lot more here then, but I mean, he possibly did. Yeah. So that was great. I thought that was really nice, a nice touch, a nice thing.
Yeah.
Complete
And out there in Miami as well, you must have some pretty well-known neighbours, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
There's a few. When we were living down on Key Biscayne, we had a lot of people down there. Further up north, it's a little bit quieter. I say Burt Reynolds used to live just up the road, but he's sadly passed now. But we had Emerson Fittipaldi. I raced him round Winn-Dixie with the trolleys once. took him out round the baked beans.
I'm having you.
And quite a few really on Star Island there. The Bee Gees live over there. Well, not the one that's left. Barry, he's there. My mate does his plumbing.
What?
Yeah, there's a load of English guys down in Miami, but when the football, then it was all before you could get it streamed to your own place, and we used to go down to the Irish bar there and watch the football games.
Wow.
Yeah. And none other than he calls me up one day. I didn't make it that day. He goes, "You're never going to guess who's in here." I said, "Who?" He goes, "Have a look, Alex McLeish." I went, "You're joking?"
Oh.
Yeah. And he's got a picture. Yeah, they're all on the lash together. And he goes, I told him, my best mate's a Birmingham fan. I said, did you? I said, what did he say? He said, you tell your mate, if those I'm not going to say what he said.
Is he Irish?
Had have given me my money, I'd have been there for another 10 years.
Yeah.
I said, well, thanks for winning the Carling Cup anyway.
Yeah, he got something right.
Yeah.
Probably about getting relegated, but no, you can't have everything, I suppose.
Yeah. Hasn't Simon Cowell got a place out there as well?
Yeah, and yes.
John Travolta.
I don't
John Travolta's there, isn't he?
Is he? I know Travolta's got a place not far from here on the other coast because he's a big pilot, and they've got this community where everyone has a plane. They've got their own landing strip in the middle of the community.
Yeah.
I think that's over Tampa Way, isn't it, or somewhere? I don't know. I'm not sure. Sarasota, I think.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people pass through, and it's cool. It's cool,
Have you ever come across someone you've been in like complete awe of? Have you ever met any of the big A-listers? The De Niros or the Pacinos or anyone?
Craig Courtney.
Craig Courtney, yeah.
I'm lost for words right now, Craig. No, but Mark Wahlberg, Ed Harris, actually. Ed Harris.
Oh, okay.
In Pain and Gain. He was a great bloke. Mark was a great bloke. And Kirsten Dunst. I was very smitten with Kirsten. She was such a lovely lady as well. Great.
Yeah.
And it was my first chance to work in New Orleans. And I'd never been to New Orleans, and it was a fantastic city. If you ever get a chance, after all this, this pandemic's gone, if you get a chance to go to New Orleans, Bourbon Street and all that, it's worth the trip.
Yeah.
I've done Miami, Memphis, the Elvis tour.
Yeah,
I haven't been to Memphis. No.
Rich, get yourself on a plane, and I tell you what, get yourself up there one day.
Okay.
Wow, it will just blow you. I promise you.
Cool, excellent.
And putting your profession and football together.
Yeah.
Certainly in the last 5 to 10 years, it's starting to spoil the game, isn't it? Acting in football.
Oh, good link.
I know. I hate it. That is my one pet peeve now.
Yeah.
It's almost as though drawing a foul is now a skill.
Mm.
Yeah.
That really annoys me.
Yeah.
And me. Yeah.
It's blooming wrong, and it's cheating, and it's almost classed as a skill now. And the refs don't know what they're doing. Look at that penalty he gave against Peds a couple of games ago.
I know, ridiculous.
He went down like a dude shot him.
and love or hate it. You mentioned Wolves and Liverpool last night. Love or hate VAR. It was bang on last night with Conor Cody when he went down.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he dived, didn't he?
Yeah.
I know, and it just
It's the inconsistency, really, isn't it? Though of VAR.
Exactly.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing, Chris. That's the problem. Yeah.
You know.
It is. It's totally. And this handball thing, I don't know how they work out what's intentional and what isn't. I don't get it.
They need to look at the rules and change the rules to make it work much better.
I think
It's the rules that are causing the problem, not the actual technology.
Or make it non-subjective. Make it ball to hand to ball contact. It's a decision. That's it.
That's it.
Back to basics.
Easy as that.
That's it. You're in the area. The ball hits your hand. It's a penalty, and there's no.
We should have had one. Well, we should have had that one and another free kick a bit later in the game, and then they go and give that one, which obviously hits his arm. Ridiculous.
Yeah, but the only people on the pitch, the only people on the pitch that should be diving is the goalkeepers. Nobody else.
Exactly. And you know what, Nick? I thought what was interesting that the commentator after it was Helic, I think, was the guy who did it twice. The one who handballed it in the area, and then he did it again outside. And the commentator said, "Yeah, you know why he didn't give that? Because if he'd have given that, he should have given a penalty.
Would have given the other one.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Just do away with VAR. Just get rid of it.
The thing is, you get rid of VAR, and it's referee's decision again. It'll just be the same. Why haven't we got VAR?
You're right there.
It's a no-win situation.
I was going to say you need it there for the likes of Maradona's handball and David and Gog against us. When he blatantly dived and cheated us out of 2 points there. If you remember at Anfield.
Yeah. Your man says back camp he never dived.
No. Leave him alone.
And Daniel Ricketts says there's nothing wrong with VAR. It's the donuts operating and running it.
100% right. That is. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
But to say that you could, because two fingers were over. Come on.
Yeah, I think they need to reverse the role there on offside. So there's got to be daylight between the players when the ball's played. That'd be so much easier and quicker to get to a decision.
Yeah. Absolutely. I totally agree.
Definitely agree.
And instead of messing about with silly little rules like you can, as long as one little bit of the ball is just over the line when you take a corner, just stick it in the corner and just forget about that. And the only reason you need technology really is, as you say, for controversial decisions that are leading to, or preventing a goal.
Yeah.
And has the ball gone over the line?
Yeah, and the black and white stuff. That's it. Nothing else for me. That ball went the ball that went out of play as well. Man United West Ham Saturday night.
It curled out and came back in.
How can they not see that on a TV monitor?
Yeah, they're not going to see it.
Brilliant goal there, by the way. Great finish, great goal, but it shouldn't have stood because the ball went out.
It was a fantastic goal, but because they hadn't got a camera on that angle to look down the line, they wouldn't take. It's the political correctness again, isn't it? Frightened of making a decision that might upset people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm noticing a few people are saying that there's been a club statement regarding the academy.
All right, sorry, go on then.
I'm just trying to catch up with that. Yeah, I've seen something, but I think they're just changing the academy process to a B and C squads instead of 10 different age categories, apparently. So there you go.
Right.
There you go.
A B and C squad. Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's all I can see so far.
Don't you think it'd be better to bring back reserves football and have competitive leagues?
Yeah, why not? Yeah. Crikey, I can remember going down to the Blues. Probably Richard can and Nick probably.
Absolutely.
To go and watch reserve games, and there'll be 3,000 or 4,000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And more.
Yeah.
Like 20,000 for the Trevor Francis reserve game. Oh my God!
Trouble is we can't do that now because Coventry's doing that.
That's true. Yeah, the pitch should be even worse, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's true. But I think that's a good shout, Paul. I think reserve team football in a competitive league that'd be a great idea. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah. And then it gives the lads a chance to play at a more competitive physical level than their own age group if they're good enough to make that step up.
Yeah. Against good quality opposition as well.
That's if the game ever becomes physical again. That is.
Well, that's
true. It's not anymore, is it?
No.
Yeah, do you know what I'm surprised at, though, Chris, is the amount of times you watch a game on TV with this COVID going on, the amount of times players spit.
Yeah, there's so much spitting. I know, yeah. No, I agree.
You know what's next, don't you? They'll ban heading next.
I think.
yeah,
I think that's going to go.
yeah.
I do think that's going to go. Yeah.
Do you remember the old days when you were at school and you used to get that soaking wet case?
Oh yeah, and the laces just to get you there.
Coming over the top, and it's like, oh, you know this is going to work.
Yeah. I hope I don't get the laces. Oh, God, I got the laces.
I think they might ban heading in training, but I'm not sure if they'll ever ban it in the actual games.
I hope they don't, because it'll ruin it completely then.
Oh yeah.
Well, Can you imagine a cross coming over and nobody being able to attack it?
Stand back, lads.
Well, can you imagine Grealish? I mean, his brains are in his feet anyway.
It'd still fall over.
Yeah, it would.
And coming on to that specimen who went down to that party in London.
Go on then, get it out.
Get a grip, man. Get a grip. You're doing yourself no favours. You should be thrown out of the England team immediately, right? And the gaffer of the England squad should have gone, boom, I'm on it. I've dealt with it. There you go. Get yourself a bit of blow, sunshine.
I've heard about that. I don't know about that. What happened?
He went to a party with Ross Barkley, apparently, didn't he? Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah. Went down to London, didn't he, for a party? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Do we really care? Oh.
No, not really.
No.
Well, no, it's a precedent for football, Chris.
Yeah.
And that's it. That is now an England team player who has now twice flouted the laws. He's been done for all his driven offences just recently as well. Come on, how much more of this have we got to suffer? I suggested earlier to Steve Portman, we've still got the gallows at the back of one of their pubs. I'm prepared to hang him.
Well, what you can't do is ban Foden and Mason Greenwood, but not him or Barkley.
Yeah, I don't know what this. He's got this hold over the people who pick him. I don't get it. I don't know what he's got. I don't know. It just baffles me the amount of chances he gets. And
what happened? Did he get legless and fall over in the street or something?
Well, you've heard of the Alf on the
I think he fell over sober.
Richard?
Yeah.
You've heard of the Alf on the shelf and all that goes around at Christmas time?
Yeah.
Somebody put his picture on a £5 note. It's the diver on the fiver. Quality. That one was a brilliant. Okay, I'm going to change the subject. Here we go. Right, what is your take? Paul, I'll go with you first. Your take on the Millwall game and the booing of taking the knee on the weekend.
I think it's terrible, if I'm honest, booing while they're doing that. Not right at all. Whether you agree with it or not, or whether you think it should be done or not, I just think, you should respect the fact that players are out there, showing their respect for, a campaign that, that feel very strong about what they're doing. So in my opinion, booing it was wrong, totally wrong.
Can I just say also, it's not a campaign that was started by BLM. Although a lot of people seem to think it was. It's not.
It's just gotten political. You've got to take politics out of football.
Yeah, but it's nothing to do with BLM, so
Yeah, they seem to use. They do use football, don't they, as a way of getting messages across. So, but that's the way it's going, isn't it? That's the way it's going.
Probably the point's been made. I think myself. Point's been made.
I agree.
When is the cut-off time? When is the cut-off? When do you stop? Are we going to do it forever or what?
I mean, Richard, you're in America. What's the take on it over there?
Well, it's been a very sensitive point, and I try and stay away from politics, to be honest.
Me too.
I think whatever floats your boat, it's up to you guys. I don't tell anybody what to think. I don't want anybody telling me what to think.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. I appreciate that.
I try and avoid it. But, I mean, and the point has been made, and I think it has brought awareness, which is great, and that's important. How long do you want to... I don't know.
I mean, I've still got the original T-shirt, the Kick It Out T-shirt with a corner flag on, Kick Race Them Out. I've still got that from, I think it was the 90s, wasn't it, Paul, when that one came out?
It was the 90s.
I think that's when it started, early 2000s.
Just after the Premiership.
What we are seeing more of, though, is people applauding it. There's only one club that's booed it so far. Now, whether that is going to end up being more.
Is it Brighton that's on the Amex? I think they've applauded it tonight.
They have tonight.
Here's my statement. There's mine. Read that.
Yeah. No,
It
can't.
doesn't matter with the colour of your skin. It's how good you can play football, and if you've got that badge just here on your shirt, I'm in.
I mean, as much as I totally agree that there should never be any discrimination whatsoever.
Absolutely.
But I want to go down and watch guys play fantastic football.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and everybody should be safe watching it.
Yeah.
And,
If Jeremy Bealer scores, I'm equally as happy as if Harley Dean scores. Makes no difference to me.
Absolutely.
I don't even,
Well, it's just like a complete alien concept to, just to judge someone on the skin colour. It's too bizarre for words.
Here's a great comment that really does sum it up with Millwall. Jason says, Millwall would boo, abide with me. There you go.
Yeah,
there
probably.
Probably would.
While we're on the subject anyway, let's put this out there to our viewers as well. Who is our best ever black player?
Well, right, okay.
Paul Furlong when he was fit.
Yeah.
I've always got to go for that superb, life-changing moment at Wembley at 1991 when John Gale did that overhead kick.
Oh,
For me, he will always be a god. In God.
That was some goal, wasn't it? That was some. Yeah.
Well, I've got to say,
best goals.
what about one of the best? Well, lovely guy, and I just love him to bits. Michael Johnson.
Yeah.
I know, he's a great player.
Yeah.
I mean, Everington now. Look at him. Look at Everington go. Man alive. We're going to be talking about this guy for years. Yeah?
Yeah.
And it's not because of the colour of his skin. It's how fast he can save the bloody ball.
Exactly right. Yeah. I mean, we've had, Addy Bowler was good. Furlong, Peter Unlove.
Really, there's so many, isn't there?
What about Skip?
Martin O'Connor.
Martin O'Connor. He gets mentioned in everybody's team every week, doesn't he? No, more or less.
Yeah.
I hope you picked him, Rich.
Oh, I haven't.
He has more mental
Bucking the trend there, bucking the trend.
Well done. He'll be on his hit list.
Got to shout out
a
a
lot
big
of people.
birthday to the lovely Sally on Thursday. That's from Linda. # Miss Fig Roll. Can't wait to see you all back in Bar 8 soon. Happy birthday for Thursday to the lovely Sally.
Good stuff.
Happy birthday, Sally.
Okay, Paul, are you ready to do Rich's 1 to 11, mate?
Oh,
Yeah.
He's about time already. Bloody.
If you've got it there, Richard, yeah.
I have got it here.
Ready? Oh.
What formation are we going?
He says, I'm going 4-4-2.
Yeah.
And this, I've got to tell you, this was the most difficult thing.
It always is. It's always is. Rich.
And I was thinking to myself, we've had fantastic international stars in every position.
Yeah.
The unfortunate thing is they never played together.
No. So true.
It's just taken 40 years between them.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I went a 4-4-2. I started off with Foster in goal. There's so many goalkeepers going way back to Mike Kelly when I first started going down there, but so many guys. But I went for Ben Foster purely on his man of the match performance against Arsenal in the
Superb.
right, that double save.
Yeah.
And so then I went from left to right. I went Stan the Man Lazaridis,
Legend.
Mr. Granger,
Yeah. So Granger left back. Yeah, that'd be
Trevor Hockey.
Superb.
Yeah.
Hockey, oi. Stevie Carr on the right.
Oh, man.
No, what a choice. Yeah.
And then moving forward, I've got Larson on left wing.
Sorry, you're losing me. So you got Hockey. Is he centre back? Hockey.
Yeah, back four of Stan Lazaridis, Granger, Hockey, Carr.
Yeah.
Going forward, then we got on the left wing Larson. I got Francis and Kendall. Francis will tuck in behind the two forward.
Was that Trevor or Kevin?
Carl.
I'll go with Trevor.
Yeah, go for Trevor. It's a tight call.
I'll go with Trevor. Kendall, Gordon Taylor on the right wing.
Gordon,
One of the best, in my opinion, one of the best crosses of the ball.
He was, yeah.
Ever. He'd take it to that byline. He'd be steaming in and whip it over right on the line.
Like a wicket.
Anyway, and up front with Francis tucking in behind is Burns and Latchford.
Kenny
I
Burns.
reckon we could do some damage with that.
Oh, come on.
Damage?
Yeah.
Damage? You'd run through a brick wall, mate. No problem at all.
And if we didn't win by goals, we'd beat them to death.
It's a great
Stan
mix.
left back. You got Lazaridis left back and Granger centre half. Is that right?
Yeah, I've got Lazaridis left, Granger, hockey, Carr. It's going left to right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And I'll never forget Stevie Carr when he said after the cup final, he said, "I thought my legs were going to burst." And the amount of running that guy did on that wing.
Oh, yeah.
That really summed it up for me. You know, you can imagine at the end of that game, just running, as you say, Nick, through brick walls.
Yeah.
And you feel like your legs are going to burst, but you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine the likes of Granger and Kenny Burns playing nowadays?
Ooh! Imagine trying to get through them.
I know. Alive. I remember seeing a game, and I can't remember the goalkeeper it was, but as I say, I used to stand on the Tilton with my dad, and I think Taylor probably crossed it over, and up goes Kenny, and the keeper goes up with him, and he puts him in like, and then he drops the nut on the keeper, like that, and just walked away like nothing's happened. He never even got a free kick. Nothing. And the keeper,
could you imagine that team, Rich?
The keeper just went, "Oh."
Rich, could you imagine that team now? Right, here we are. Here's a scenario, right? It's Saturday afternoon, it's 3:00, right? You're the manager. You've just put that team out, right? That announcement has just been made to the away dressing room. We've really got to play. No, we've really got to play.
Nah, I don't
We'd be down to 9.
I've heard me uncle, I've heard me.
Yeah, my shoulder's really playing up now, boss. I'm not sure I should be in this one.
Yeah, we'd be. Sorry, I was going to say we'd be down to 9 men by 3:10, wouldn't we?
Oh, mate. Well,
I'd
be down to 9 men by 3:10.
Yeah.
Go on, Mark.
I was just going to say, can you imagine pulling Villa out in the cup and someone like Grealish lined up against Kenny?
Nah.
Oh my God!
You just have to look at him.
Yeah, and you go down.
Mom.
Yeah,
Got some more great names coming into the hat. Magic Johnson, of course. Peter Unlock. Obafemi Martins. Stern Johnson.
Yes.
Great names. Got a number 1. Etheridge. Chris White. Louis Donowa. Oh, man. Noel Blake. Goodness me.
Oh, Blakey.
Well. And they are, like you said, they're all legends. And I don't care. I ain't bothered. You pull that shirt and put that badge on your heart, mate. And I tell you what, that's it for me. I don't care. Don't care. Oh, what about Dennis or Dix on Grealish from Dave Twine?
Yeah, Mark Dennis. Yeah. How about Noel Blake? Noel Blake on Grealish.
Even Tebley against him.
I had 2 choices there. I had Ocky and Devlin. Actually, I had Ocky.
Devlin, yeah.
I called Ocky, but I had Devlin in the,
Okay.
Over
the part, Richard, when are you next expecting to get over to the UK?
As soon as this horrible situation is over, the first flight I can get, I'm coming over.
Right, okay. Right. Let's hope we're up here 1 and we can all go to the games and meet you down there, mate.
Yeah. We will be down there, my friend, and sling a few back.
Have a few beers, yeah, too right.
Yours, Brownie.
No, it's first chance to get. I want to come over now because my mum, she's getting on, and I wanted to see her. But the rules have changed again this last week. I can get a flight, but I've got to do 14 days quarantine, and then you can't use taxis, you can't use this. I don't know. So
it's awful.
But the vaccines are coming out over here. I don't know about you guys. We're getting them out now. So
I think this week they're starting this week. Yeah. I think that this week. Yeah.
Right, fantastic. Sooner we get rid of this horrible thing, the better for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Great to hear my good friend Leonard Edgington. Hi to everybody at Tilton Talk Show. First rain here, it's needed. In my part of Queensland, expect later today, hope it's as good. Blues were against Bristol second half. Keep right on. Welcome to you, Leonard. Great to see you. I think it's usually about, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, something like that?
Something crazy, yeah.
Many times this man gets up to listen to us, but an absolute superstar.
G'day, Leonard.
G'day.
How you going, mate? How you going?
A couple of quick things,
I
Richard.
used to live in Sydney for a while, Leonard.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Okay.
I think that was a good South African accent you were doing there, Richard.
Yeah, not bad there, mate.
Yeah. All right, boy.
You're right.
I'm going to throw a few roos on the barbie.
Richard, who's the captain of
on
your
the barbie,
team?
mate.
Who's the captain of your 1 to 11, mate?
Oh, Stevie Carr.
Stevie Carr, okay.
He wears the captain's band.
Yeah, and then we've also, as well, I've got some, well, I'll put out the questions, obviously, on the page in the week as well for you.
Okay.
We got 37 comments, but only one question. Most of them about your pink hat.
Oh, you did look a dandy.
You wait till I get over there, mate. I'm going to crown you for that. Of all the headshots you could have used, you picked me as Stanley
I was
Bell.
looking for you smiling. That's the only one I could see you smiling.
Where did you find that?
Richard, just remember which one of the four of us hasn't got hair when you come over, all right?
Yeah.
Wrong one.
I want one of them hats as well, but I don't think I'll be able to carry it off.
No, I don't think you could. Don't think so.
No.
That was down to wardrobe. That's nothing to do with me. That is not my hat.
Here we go.
We'll get everyone in bar 8 to wear one.
No, when Richard comes over, we'll all wear one, shall we?
So Stephen Gill, this is the one and only question. Stephen Gill asked, what is your favourite role and why?
Oh, good question. Good question.
Yeah, that's a good one. Well, we kind of touched on it before, didn't we, with the Harold Pinter play.
Yeah.
From an achievement, for me, a personal achievement point of view. But, you know, I enjoy doing the two that are on HBO at the moment. So I just dropped that in there. We've got 2 movies on HBO at the moment.
Oh, right, okay.
America. Yeah. And it was not that bad, Nick. Just throw it up a bit.
I thought he was being sick.
America and Chateau Watteau with Paul Rodriguez, the HBO comedian. He was a brilliant bloke. He's a funny bloke.
Okay.
You know, some people are like naturally funny all the time.
Yeah,
They're trying to be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a Tom.
And do you watch your films back? Obviously, I presume you sit through the whole film from start to finish when you're in it yourself, do you?
I hate it.
No, can you
Do you?
I hate every second of watching myself. And a lot of people concur with that.
Yeah. We're all going,
It's a popular comment, actually. No,
Have you not even enjoyed one? Not even enjoyed one film you've been in?
No, I've enjoyed it. I enjoy it, but I think you get so self-critical and think, well, what did I do? Oh, that was awful. What did I do they like that for? Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? It just drives you mad, you know. But you have to force yourself because you have to put a reel together to send to casting directors. You've got to have your reel. You know, that's your calling card, like you in sales, Paul. That's your business card that you have to send, and you have to choose the footage that's got to be shown to represent you, you know. So you've got to force yourself to watch it and try.
Yeah. And how many times?
Being in the entertainment industry for 42 years, I mean, my only suggestion is have a few beers before you do it.
I've been doing that far too regularly, Nick.
Jason Paul, just one more. Jason Hughes just said, who would be your ideal leading lady?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
Well,
any era, pick an era.
Oh dear me.
Whatever.
Any, I don't know, maybe I'd probably go classic like a Lauren Bacall or something. You know?
Yeah, Lauren. Yeah.
But I have to say again, Kirsten Dunst is an absolute darling. A lovely, lovely lady to work with. And I had the pleasure of working with her. And that was a highlight for me. And she was laughing because I was going, don't be stupid.
Oh, and by the way, it looks like there's a campaign to get you on Peaky Blinders. Apparently, it's just started now. Right, there's one signature.
That's from Kirsten.
Yeah, but that was Richard.
Roy.
It's gone up to 2 now.
That was Richard's signature, Chris.
Look, I got my Peaky Blinders on the wall there.
Hey.
I've got little portrait, little.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you know, thanks to Roy Sminovich, I actually met Steve Knight at the Blues Ground.
Oh, right, okay.
Thank you very much.
I met him at the kit launch a couple of years ago. I was sitting next to him, right? Sitting next to him. I was sitting next to him, right? I ain't got a clue who he is from that. I don't know. And we're chatting away, just chatting blues, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And I said, anyway, what do you do for a living? He goes, I'm Steve Knight, creator of Peaky Blinders.
I love it. It's brilliant. He's a really nice bloke and a really nice guy.
We really need to
Richard,
don't we?
Richard, what's your maximum number of takes that you've done on a set?
I must admit, I concentrate. It's a lot of it's not nerves, but nervous concentration, if you like. And I'm pretty good because I go over the top with preparation because I'm so paralyzed with fear about making a mistake and upsetting the routine and everything else. And it seems to work. Obviously, you can't show it, but we did do a corporate thing for Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines, and we were on this ship, and the ship was leaving at 4:00, and we had to get all the crew off. And I was with another lovely English actress, Sarah Dobbs, if you're watching, Sarah, and we went into fits of giggles because the American writer thought that the word, can I say knackered on here?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not too rude, is it? It used to be a bit rude. And they put it in the script because they thought, well, the English say that. They go, don't you say that? I said, no, not really, not in this situation. So every time we got to that word, we just collapse. He goes, okay, take the knackered out. Lose the knackered. So then you're still thinking it in your mind. Yeah. And when you come to it, you still crack up. So we took loads of takes. And they go, look, guys, we've got to get off this ship. We got to go. Come on, get this take. But it was,
we've got a couple of live questions coming in. Siobhan Kenny's asking, what would your live quote? Sorry, what quote? Can you ask Richard what his live quote would be for the young generation of actresses on making the film industry now? So I'm making it in the film industry. What would your advice?
Advice.
Well, what would your quote be? So you quote. I think that's what she means. And what advice would you give? I think you want to just clarify that, Siobhan.
Go for advice.
It's tenacity, it's preparation, and it's being prepared to just keep pushing forward. Remember, keep right on, because that's what you got to do. You got to take all the rejection and just let it go. And it's hard. You let it go, but every no is one no nearer to a yes. Yeah. And that's the hardest part, is the rejection, because you think it's personal, and there's 100 reasons why you might not get a part. 100 reasons, nothing to do with you half the time.
Interesting. What about outtakes, Rich? You know me, I love me a bit of comedy, one thing or another. But what was the biggest amount of outtakes you had in one scene, and what caused it?
Probably that one I just mentioned, really. Yeah. There's been a few where it's just technical stuff. Mainly it's just technical stuff that messes things up.
But I love watching them on the telly. You know, with two actors.
Yeah.
I'd love it.
Have you ever gone into a fit of giggles, Rich? Have you ever gone into a fit of giggles and you just can't?
Yeah, me and Sarah, we lost it. Yeah. And it just gets worse. And if you want to watch some great outtakes, Ricky Gervais is one of the best corpser in the business.
He's brilliant.
And you watch his outtakes, especially the one that he did with Keith Chegwin. God rest him. And I just
extras, wasn't it?
An extra, absolutely brilliant. I know. And I've never really had that bad a situation yet, but
I still laugh at that. I still laugh at the one he did with Star Trek. What was his name? The Star Trek bloke, Patrick.
Stewart.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart. When he did the outtakes with him, it's so funny that was. Rich, Stephen,
before we go any further, Rich, somebody asked a little earlier if you could move your head to the right a little bit.
Hey,
and
why?
Because I haven't got you on camera. If you could speak, just say something.
I've got a large head. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, somebody wants to know if that's two pink hats behind you.
What?
Is that your two pink hats? Two pink hats on the top shelf behind you.
Yeah, they're boxing gloves.
They do look like pink hats. Yeah. Oh no.
Go on, Chris. Carry on.
They do look like pink hats, actually.
They do, don't they?
They do. Yeah.
The pinky boxer.
The pinky boxer.
It's secured at the top. It's Joe Frazier and Michael Spinks.
Oh,
No.
right, okay.
really?
Yeah.
Signed?
Are they signed?
Yeah, signed, yeah.
Can we have one?
There's me and Joe.
All right.
Photoshopped.
Photoshop. Oh, crikey, yeah.
No.
Bloody hell. Go on.
You talk about, I know you said people passing through Miami. There's some of the people there. That's Bobby Plant.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not. That's Richard Haylor.
Ah, yeah,
Yeah, the bloke standing next to Richard Haylor. And that's my mate, the plumber, with me and Roger Daltrey.
Can't be bad.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Yeah, we had a few
Dropped
come
names.
through.
Dropped a few names there, Rich.
Dropped a few there, eh?
I hate you. I hate you, Butler.
I hate you,
I
Butler.
hate you, Butler.
I hate you, Butler.
So who's your
Right,
most
knocking on it, 25 minutes to go to the end of the show, sponsored by Boyle Sports. Of course, here we go. What we're going to do now is, dun, 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 we have a signed ball.
Yes, we do.
Chris, tell us all about the signed ball.
No, you tell me about the sign ball because it's your sign ball.
Not my signed ball.
Isn't
It was
it?
gifted to me to give to somebody else.
Oh, right, okay. I don't know much
It's a
about the
Hilton
sign ball.
Talk Show signed ball.
Oh, is it? Oh, right. Okay. Who's it signed by?
The Blues team.
Right, okay. Which
Every
team?
single name. Come on, Chris.
I'll get it out of him in the end.
I'm going to the loo.
You don't know a single name on that ball, do you?
No.
Useless.
No. Okay, the ball. We've got a couple of signed balls to give away. This one is 2 cards we want to fill. How many are we on at the moment? Do you know, or does Craig know? Craig, how many numbers are left?
I think we're going to. I think there's not many left, but we're going to run it for another week. So
Yeah, not many left. But we want. Come on, guys. This is for charity. We want to raise £3,000 by the end of the year for all our good causes. And
or as close as we can, Nick.
Well,
I don't
we'd love
think
to get the free.
yeah,
It'd be nice to get the free, but
It would be, yeah.
with that signed Liam Day shirt coming up, that's going to go probably on the Louis Donovan night. What do you reckon?
Could do.
Could do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
When did Louis Donovan say he was coming in?
Not Louis Donovan.
I was
I'm getting all excited then.
And I was agreeing with you.
I think I might have had
saying
one.
Friday.
You mean Cameron Jerome, Nick?
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh God.
They're friends.
Yeah. They probably met each other once.
Yeah, the
Tell
Cameron.
you what, who would you fancy in a race out of them two, Cameron Jerome against Louis Donovan?
Oh yeah,
Cameron.
he could run, couldn't he? Oh, Donovan.
Donovan could fly.
Louis, I reckon, yeah.
Jerome was absolutely rapid as well, though.
Yeah, but couldn't
Wouldn't
Donovan do 100 metres in some like 10 points something?
Yeah, he won the
seconds?
run below sprint, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
I can
yeah.
as well, Chris, in my car.
I'll tell you what, I bet Jerome wouldn't be far off him, you know. He was quick, wasn't
Tough one, isn't it?
he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
forget Stern John.
Stern John, yeah.
And John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Just going back to Peaky Blinders, we have got a Peaky Blinders portrait painted. That's coming up for auction soon as well. So we'll try and get that in because we ain't got many weeks left, have we? I think we've only got 2 weeks, haven't we?
Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks, yeah.
And
Pete Taylor's just said. Pete Taylor's
Have you
just
got
said,
that with you,
Jerome
Chris,
would
anyway?
take him now.
Hey?
Pete Taylor's just said, I reckon Jerome would take him now. There's about 20 years between them in that.
Probably, yeah.
I haven't got the portrait with me at the moment. It's down at the office, but I'll bring it up for next week. I have got here those coasters, which are absolutely fantastic.
I can't wait to get mine.
We'll try and get those. I'll get you a picture of them in a bit. We'll try and get those on next week as well. And other bits and bobs and so forth. And we've got the Liam Day shirt to auction off.
And another signed football that I've got here.
Yep.
So even if we do go over and into the new year, as long as we make sure all these go to the homes that they're wanted and they're going to be looked after and loved and one thing or another, then we'll be quite happy.
Yeah.
Right, okay, it's Reading away Wednesday night. Reading away Wednesday night. Paul, predictions, please.
1-1.
1-1, Richard?
Yeah.
I've already got a 1-1 down, yeah.
You've already got 1-1 down.
Yeah.
Mark?
I I've got a feeling we might score a couple. I'm going to go 2-2.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go 2-0 to the Blues. I reckon after that game on Saturday, right, stick pretty much to the same system and pretty much to the same team. Might have to make a tweak or here there, depending on niggles and one thing or another we don't know about. I've just got a feeling this is going to kickstart our season.
I hope so. I really hope we can kick on from that good performance, especially second half on Saturday, and result, obviously.
Can you see these coasters?
Oh, they're nice, aren't they?
Can you see these coasters, Nick?
Yeah.
I've got your four. I've got your four here.
An HMV of Keep Right On to the End of the Road by Harry Lauder in a book poster.
They're beautiful.
Oh,
absolutely beautiful.
Good.
2-2 from Trevor Smith, 2-1 to Reading from Stephen Gill. They're a good side.
They are a good side. They're having a good season.
Yeah. Well, Barnsley.
What are the odds on Morrow scoring?
Yeah.
Don't forget Barnsley would have gone second if they'd have beat us.
Yeah. Hopefully Morrow gets another own goal against us like he did last season.
Yeah.
Pete Taylor wants Halilovic in for Terrell, 2-0 Blues, 1-3 from Paul Sterndale, 4-0 to Blues, Be Brave, Keep Right On from Nigel Mann. Linda's prediction hasn't come up yet, but I know it's going to be 6-0.
Nick, just coming back onto young Bobby, it was fabulous to see him being FaceTime with Jude Bellingham, wasn't it? Did you see those pictures?
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
I haven't seen it yet. No. I'll look out for that.
Yeah, class.
Yeah,
and just going back to the 6-0, Nick, I just hope it gets a bit warmer.
Yeah. You've got your bucket, don't worry.
It's freezing in here.
It's been freezing in there for the last 10 years.
I know, yeah. It's even freezing and we haven't got no heating now. That was with heating.
2020 and you can't put a radiator in.
So, Richard, who's your favourite player from the last 20 years and ever?
Well, TF.
Yeah.
Ever.
I've done that because I knew you'd say that anyway. So
yeah, I saw his first game, and I also remember, some of the fantastic games we saw down there. Oh, wow, that was just unbelievable. In the last 20 years.
Yeah, so since the turn of the millennium, year 2000 up to now.
Ooh.
Difficult.
Blimey, it's hard, isn't it?
It is really.
oh, God, you put me on the spot.
I mean, just recently we've had Jude there, haven't we? I mean, he was a sensation, but
he was indeed. Jude was indeed a sensation. Oh God!
I mean, in the 2000s, you got obviously the greats like Duke Gary, and you got you got Barry Ferguson,
Stan Lazaridis,
Paul Sal.
I think Stan. I've got him in my all-time 11.
Yeah.
And Stan and maybe Larsson.
Yeah, Larsson was fantastic.
Larsson was great for us, I think.
Did you see what he did in the Swedish league?
No, I haven't.
Larsson.
Yeah, he took a corner, and the ball, another ball came into play or something, and one of their players just ran off with that ball.
Hey?
And basically, he's kicked the ball that should have been in play at that player while he was running through to kind of stop him running any further with it. And he got booked for it. Yeah, have a look out for it. It's something like that anyway.
Yeah, I'll have a look at that,
He did something controversial in the Swedish league, and kicked the ball that wasn't in play at another player to stop him running with the ball that was.
I like it.
Brilliant.
I'll have to Google that.
We used to put dogs on the pitch back in the 70s, Rich, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I tell you, one game that it's totally irrelevant, but going back to darker times. But I always remember I was in that Tilton one time. I'm pretty sure it was Liverpool, and I've never been so scared in my life. And house bricks started flying over.
Oh yeah.
Remember where that wall? Remember that wall that fell down?
Yeah.
Over in that car park, over the back at the front. There was house bricks flying in, and I thought, oh no, this is just ridiculous. And there's a bit of a gap between. I kind of left it a bit there for a while. It was getting ridiculous, but it's nice to see that now it's a nice family oriented.
It's a lot better. Yeah.
and you can go
Do you
down
ever?
and enjoy yourself.
Sorry, Rich. Do you ever get to watch any MLS, or have you got any? You know, do you follow any of the MLS teams or anything?
No, I don't really. There used to be one in Orlando, but that's and in fact, it was an ex-Chelsea player that used to run it. I'm trying to remember his name now. That was
Petrescu, was it? Wasn't Petrescu?
No, I can't remember.
Wasn't Petrescu, was it? Or Lebert?
But they lost the funding because soccer's getting really a lot more popular now over here because the kids are playing it.
Yeah.
And a lot of parents are moving away from the American football because of the physicality and the head injuries and everything else. And a lot more kids are playing soccer, and got a lot more South Americans coming over now, especially in Miami.
Football, Richard, football.
Sorry, God, please strike me down.
Tell you what, I was a bit bored the other night.
Played with the feet.
Yeah, football.
So it is getting a lot more popular now, which is great.
I was a bit bored the other night, so I was watching some YouTube videos, and it was football fans, English fans versus American fans. Watch it. It'll have you in stitches, can I tell you. The difference in culture is absolutely unbelievable.
I know. Well, now they're doing the Premier League at weekends and on NBC, and they've got all the screens like we've got here, and they've got all the fans in all the different screens, and you've got all these. Man United.
Well, what's the team that David Beckham's?
And they're all cheering like Americans. I'm sorry.
What's the team that David Beckham's made up?
Well, he was looking at Miami actually for his stadium.
Oh, right.
And they reckon he got the funding at one point, but it's all gone quiet now. So I don't know.
Yeah, right. Oh, okay.
They're going to build a new stadium in Miami and get an MLS team.
Into something, I think. Into
Miami or something?
Into Miami, yeah, it might be into Miami.
That's it, into Miami,
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gents, girls and boys, we're into the last 15 minutes of the show. This is where we have a little bit of fun sometimes. And basically, it's word association. Now, we've got Richard in with us tonight. He comes from Miami. Miami, of course, is in Florida. And in Florida, we've got theme parks, lots of theme parks. So it's anything to do with a theme park and football. Anything to do with a theme park and football. Go
on, kick us off.
My computer's just gone off. I've lost my screen.
I can see you.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll text you the best ones.
Theme parks and
struggling.
Yeah. Well, Nick's obviously got some ready, else he wouldn't have said it.
Yeah, go on, Nick.
Yeah.
No, I've got nothing ready. It just come off the top of my head 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, in about 2 minutes' time, he'll come up with a blinder. You watch.
I'm going along.
Oh, quickly, guys!
Mickey Mouse, Mickey Donald's.
Now you failed.
Somebody will think of something. Trust me, they usually do.
They will.
Oh, they're coming. They're coming.
Just to let everybody know that after the show, straight after the show at 9:30 tonight, Mrs. Brown Boy's Christmas edition is on the TV.
That's a great comedy. I love that show.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like Marmite over here, though, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't think it's... I like it, but I think it's more like chewing gum for the brain, isn't it? I think, really. I just sort of watch it and, that was funny.
Okay, first one's in. Stephen Bumper Cars. Thank you, Craig Courtney.
Didn't take long. Lucas Jurassic Park. Vic.
They'll come through.
Yeah.
Dear me.
It was into Miami as well, by the way. Mark, yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Thought so.
Your mic a little bit quiet, Chris, if you could up it a bit.
Oh, right, okay, sorry.
What about Eric Blackhole?
Oh.
Because you got the black hole, ain't you? You got the black hole at Alton Towers, ain't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My improvisational skills have deserted me, I'm afraid, boys.
I'm struggling with that one, I must admit.
I wish you to give us a bit more, notice.
It's not about giving you notice. It's just off the top of your head, isn't it, really?
What about Dealey had a roller coaster?
Hey,
that's the one.
I'm looking for right. There you go. Good one for you, Paul, that was.
One of my better ones.
Yeah. You've got better ones. You've had others.
Oh, my God.
It's funnier typing them. It's funnier typing them than saying it, and it's not as funny when you say it.
Yeah. Sometimes they are funnier in your head,
Yeah.
and then you think it's going to be a really good one, and nobody likes it.
Or sometimes, Chris, it'll be funny. You're like proper laugh, and then you put it out there, and it's like,
Yeah, tumbleweed. Yeah.
Nobody else. So we've got Alan Corkscrew, Lico World, Coconut Shy Gibbon. Coconut Shy Gibbon.
Clever.
What about Steve Disney Castle?
Yeah, good
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Newcastle, yeah.
So we have got some clever people listening to us. They're not all. Well, most of them are.
Anybody ever tell you you look like Mel Smith, Paul?
So
What's that, mate?
Anybody ever tell you you look like Mel Smith?
Yeah,
you do a bit. Yeah, you do.
You don't,
Yeah.
I just caught a glimpse of it. Yeah, but, you know. Yeah,
you do.
Although that's a great comedian he was.
Oh, fantastic! He's not with us anymore now, is he?
No, unfortunately, no.
No.
He went quite young as well, really.
Yeah.
Here's my contribution for the night then. Alan Alton Towers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Alan, yeah.
What lies ahead
Could've
for
gone
you,
Tony
Richard?
as well.
What lies ahead for you this week now? Then, so you got obviously the rest of the week. Are you on set, or what are you preparing?
I had a couple of auditions last week. I'm still waiting to hear from those. I'm working on this pitching a series. I've written a series based in Birmingham, and
I'm your man.
Set just after the war, and I'm working with a guy called Tim Sparks and also Dave Soman, my old school pal, and he's pitched it over to some friends of his over in LA, and it's getting a good reaction. There's a guy called Keith Dorrington who wrote The Fighter for Mark Wahlberg, and he's read it. He's on board. It's kind of and putting around other people over there. So we'll see what happens.
All right. Do you enjoy writing as much as you do acting?
I like it. It's a different discipline, and I find it difficult to just sit down and once I'm in the flow, it's fantastic. It's a beautiful feeling, but getting into it, I'm it's like squirrel. I'll get distracted very easy.
Really? Squirrel. Lager. Nick's lager.
Of all the things you're going to come out with, you put the squirrel.
I have to really concentrate and knuckle down and do it. But I find I work well with a writing partner, so you can bounce ideas off each other. And I find that's an easier process.
Yeah, must be a difficult thing to switch off from as well. I bet downtime's difficult, isn't it, when you're in the middle of,
middle of the night. You wake up 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, and you're like, no, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. What about it? What about it? And your mind, and then you can't get back to sleep, and then you're a mess in the morning, and
I could just imagine, though, Richard, being like on set, and the director's action, right, and there's you, squirrel,
squirrel and a pink hat.
A squirrel and a pink hat.
I'm sorry. What was your motivation there? Try and concentrate, Rich, please. It's costing $3 million a day.
Oh God.
I think I've just invented a cartoon character there. Squirrel.
Okay, got a few more come in. Plutony Towers, Disneyland on Donovan, Coconut Shy Gibbon. That's quite a good one. Let's scroll down for a few more. Lico World, Alan Corkscrew, Disneyland George Paris. Andy
that one. That's the best one.
Andy Carousel.
Potter Don't Look Down. Legoland, Jimmy Slide Hasselbank.
Jimmy Slide Hasselbank.
Dryden Manor. Dodgem Stephen Cars. I tell you they wouldn't let you down, didn't I?
Yeah.
Ted Hooker Duck House. And Phil Parks. There you go. 6 minutes to go of the show, guys, and don't forget it's Reading on Wednesday nights. It's 7:45 kickoff, I believe, isn't it? 7:45 kickoff.
Yes.
Live on Blues TV. If you haven't got Red Button, then watch it on Blues TV anyway. And
Speaking of Blues TV, I've got a complaint.
Oh,
go on.
it's not our fault.
No, they've suspended the international subscriptions for now. So,
However, what?
we've all gone to pay-per-view.
What have they
I don't know what the motivation was there, but I mean, I'll still get it. But
yeah.
it's
Probably another way for them to make more money, isn't it? During these times when they've got little.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense really for the club.
Yeah.
You know? I don't mind. It's just, but I love the Blues TV international subscription. I think it's the best thing they've ever done. The club, to be honest, it's great.
Yeah,
you know,
I was loving all the nostalgic old videos in the summer. They put like a load of season reviews on, didn't they, from back in the day?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
good. Excellent.
I bet there's not many Blues fans where you are, Rich. Have you ever come across any?
There was a chef down in Miami who was a Blues fan that I bumped into, but not many. No, not. You got London. There's a lot of Chelsea fans and Arsenal. Man U fans everywhere, of course, apart from Manchester.
Yeah.
They're not fans, though, are they? Really?
No. But my mate Hoss, he's a big Chelsea fan, But we all used to get that. We did mind, some Liverpool fans, and we'd all get together in the Irish bar and have a good old lash up and watch the football. So there's no problem.
And have a big fight at the end.
Richard, then he can still get the international version in Spain. So what I'd suggest you do is contact the club, mate, see if there's any kind of glitch that's gone on. So he's saying they're still showing it in Spain.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Whether it's because we're not, we're still part of the European Union for a couple of weeks or not, I don't know.
It's got to be because the lady from the streaming, they told you to contact this particular email address. She said, "I'm sorry, but there's no international subscription, so maybe he's got to wait."
Steve Portman said they do it because of those who abuse the international subscription screen using the VPN. So those virtual private networks, eh?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a way of it, surely.
I blame Trump. Blame Trump.
Lee Camp.
And Lee Camp, his brother.
Yeah, blame both of them.
And that squirrel. With the pink hat on.
I got to do a bit for Christmas anyway.
I've got one.
There you go. Just to get you in the spirit.
Hey! Ho, ho, ho!
And you look forward to Christmas, Rich.
I'm sorry?
You look forward to Christmas?
Well, we've got the tree up.
Mark, don't do that, because in a second he'll go, reindeer!
In a pink hat.
I don't think we're going to do a lot this year, but I always look forward to it. We got the tree up out there, and all
I never look forward to it.
I like all that sort of thing.
What's your favourite ever Christmas film, Richard?
Christmas film, Scrooge.
Yeah, mine. I could make the best Scrooge in anybody's.
Oh, definitely.
Believe me. It would be an Oscar-winning performance if I ever played Scrooge.
Definitely. And if you met him in a bar, you'd see why.
I've got a few. I love the one with Chevy Chase. I do. National Lampoon.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, come on! It's got to be Elf.
Elf.
Elf's a good one too. Yeah. That's not
Home Alone. Home Alone's got to be up there for me.
It's got to be Elf.
Yeah. And I like Michael Caine when he did Scrooge as well.
And none of the people know that.
Yeah.
No.
Another cracker joke there.
Listen, before we go off, I wanted to thank you so much for inviting me onto the show.
Crikey,
Oh, mate.
I really enjoyed it, and I look forward to coming and having a beer with you when I get over there. And
look forward to meeting you, mate. It's been a pleasure.
When all this stuff is out of the way and we're all happy again.
It'd be nice.
Right on.
Are you managing to still watch the show over there as well, regular?
Oh, Richard's
the Tilton show, I watch it. I watch it every week.
We watch it every week.
That's good.
Top man. Okay,
you're more starstruck than what we are.
90 numbers left. Come on, let's have your money. 90 numbers left for the Silent Football.
90 numbers.
Get hold of Chris, get hold of Craig Courtney, and let's get this ball gone before Christmas. Get it to a nice home. It is an absolute cracker. So 90 numbers left. £2 a number. £5 for 3 numbers. There you go.
Well worth it.
I'll have some numbers on that.
Well,
Richard, what I'd like to do is thank you for giving your time up on a Monday afternoon there, even though it's, 27, 28 degrees?
It is indeed, yes.
oh, yeah.
We're sitting here freezing our nads off and watching
The
another.
sun's just setting in the over the back there.
Lovely and dark.
Looking for a squirrel.
Might be time to nip down to the beach bar for a Swifty.
Look, I've got gloves on
Where?
inside.
How far are you from the beach?
20 yards.
What?
No, we live on the beach.
Why did we invite him on?
Sorry. Well, you asked. I wasn't going to say anything. You asked me. Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Well, I tell you what, Richard, it's been an absolute blast tonight, mate. And
I really enjoyed it.
you know, we've had a bit of a laugh in these difficult times. The difficult times are not just for us, for you down there as well. And thank you so very much for giving your time.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been
You're welcome
great.
anytime. You're welcome anytime, Richard. It's great to hear your voice. You know, you what? You just keep right on, brother, because you're an absolute sound gentleman. You're a lovely man and a friend of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Haylor. Richard Haylor.
Come on, you blue boys.
Just have a Hilton Talk Show. So from me, it's good night from Mr. Hipkiss.
Good night, all. Keep right on.
Mr. Adams.
Good night, all. Stay safe.
And don't forget to watch Mrs. Brown Boys in a minute from Chris Brown. And for myself, keep right on, keep the faith. Good night, God bless, take care. We'll see you back here, hopefully, 6 points next Monday. Take care.
Very quickly, Pete Taylor's just said, Richard, he's coming over to sort out your Blues TV problems.
Okay.
Good night, all.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.